Do you have a lot of stuff? Do you ever think to yourself, did I really pay money for that? I mean, case in point. So I think we need to talk about it. Well, hi YouTube fam. This is Candace Lynn and welcome to my channel, Carry On Candace. I'm going to start this new playlist on my channel. And mainly I'm just going to tell you how I budget, tell you how I survive as a senior citizen in this country, in this world. And just think of you. I do have ADHD. I do take medication for it. And I do have an impulse buy problem, but I do try to stick to a budget. And anyways, so I'm going to start this new playlist, and the first one I wanted to talk to you about is, do you buy stupid stuff? See, I do. I'm going to tell you a little story about my friend here, how I became obsessed with this ceramic flamingo lamp, which at the moment, he's not working very well. I'm having to prop him up on something. Exhibit A, the flamingo lamp. Flamingo lamp, if you watch anything on my channel, I love online auctions. I love to just go on online auctions. Some of my favorite are shopgoodwill.com, highbid.com. Highbid.com, I usually buy from local sellers here in our area. And so, once upon a time, there was a flamingo lamp that came up for sale on a high bid auction here locally in my area. And I loved, I mean, it was love at first sight when I saw that flamingo lamp. And so I I bid on it. I don't think bid is a word. But anyways, I bid on the flamingo lamp. And I told myself I was not going to get over $20, maybe $25, I don't know, for this flamingo lamp. So it kept going. I think it ran for like 6 days, kept going. Anyways, somebody ended up beating me. And the flamingo lamp went for $46. Now, I don't know why I thought I needed a flamingo lamp, but I was very devastated when I lost that auction. And it came out to be that somebody from another state bought it. So came time to me to go pick up my winnings at the auction. And of course the flamingo lamp was sitting there in the corner, and I was quite sad because I wasn't going to give more than 25 bucks for it. But he went for $46. So the person that ran the auction came up to me and said, "Hey Candace, I was just going to let you know there is a small chip on the flamingo lamp. So if you want him, we have to disclose that to the buyer." And the buyer was like in another state, like way off. And they said, we have to disclose that to the buyer. And if they don't want it, the flamingo lamp might be still available. I said, sure, let me know. So probably another month or two went by, and I happened to go to another auction that this couple had run, and I went to go pick up, well, before I went to go pick up my winnings at this auction, she could text me and said, "Hey, I have the flamingo lamp. The lady didn't take it because it did have a chip, and if you want it, you can have it." Well, of course, I immediately said yes, because I longed for that lamp and I wanted that lamp. Anyways, so I went to pick it up, and she did not bring it that day. But anyways, I said, well, how much do you want from that flamingo lamp? She said, well, how about $25? I gave her $25 for it. I said, here, I'll get it from you eventually. I did eventually get my lamp. And Exhibit A here, this is the flamingo lamp. And I named him Pez. I don't know why. He reminds me of one of those Pez dispensers, you know, when we were kids. I think they still have them now. But I think I remember a flamingo Pez dispenser. Yeah. Well, anyways, I've been sitting here all morning working on Pez, because he sits here on my desk next to my computer. Because, you know, he matches my computer keyboard as well. And anyways, Pez's neck is not working very well, so you see that he is propped on a candlestick here. So I have a somewhat of a love-hate relationship with Pez at the moment, but it's okay. I'll get him fixed. I will either tear him apart and fix it myself, or I'll find somebody who can fix him. He just needs to be, I don't know, whatever flamingo lamps need to be done to them. I tend to buy stupid stuff that other people don't like. And so if somebody came to me and said, hey, would you take this amount of money for the flamingo lamp? You know, I'd have to think long. You know, I don't know. I mean, Pez, you've been great. But if somebody offered me a lot of money for Pez here, I'd probably take it. Because I don't get attached to anything. The only thing I'm attached to is my kids and my dogs. Maybe my house. Maybe this pair of scissors. I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, I tell people I'm a reseller. I do have a resale booth, and I sell things in it. And eventually I might get tired of Pez, and I might put Pez in the resale booth. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just curious. Have you ever bought something that you thought was just really stupid, that nobody else would want it, but yet, you know, something in your heart of hearts you thought you needed? Let me know in comments. What have you bought and you think, oh my gosh, why did I buy that? You know, Boo Beanie here, she had to come visit me because I guess she thought, you need to hold me. And if you haven't met Boo Beanie, this is Boo Beanie. Boo Beanie is insulin dependent dog who gets her insulin shots twice a day. And because of the mean old diabetes, she had to have both her eyes removed. Now, I don't think if anybody offered me money for her, I wouldn't take it. Pez, on the other hand, yeah. Beanie, no. Beanie's a good girl. And besides, I just feel like I was put on this earth to take care of her. And she was put on this earth for me to take care of. I'm going to start this new playlist, and I'm going to discuss things that I've done, such as buy stupid flamingo lamps. And also, as we go along, I want to kind of tell you about how I budget my money. And then I'm going to tell you about a video that I watched. One of my favorite YouTubers, which he's been around for a very long time, Wheezy Waiter. I just love him. And I think he is like the male version of me, in a sense. He's just a little more talented, though. And he might be a little bit better looking. I don't know. Well, so anyways, that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, so this is just kind of an introduction to my new playlist that I'm going to start. And I think I'm just going to kind of give you an insight on, one, how I budget my money, which sometimes is really, really good, and sometimes it's not real good. And then since January, you know, I did no spend January this past month, and I did okay. There was a few flub ups, but it's okay. I mean, you know, you don't have to be perfect. But I have implemented a few things into my January budget, and I want to share them with you. We'll show them in future, like savings accounts and stuff like that. So, just wanted to introduce you to Pez here. It really is kind of a cute lamp. Other than before we came on, I couldn't figure out why he wasn't standing up. But he's an old lamp and he needs to be tightened up. You know, the bolts and stuff. But, so, yeah, like I said, that's the introduction of my new playlist. And then, like I said, if you've bought something stupid in your time, let me know. Do you own a flamingo lamp? I would really like to know who else owns a ceramic flamingo lamp. I mean, you know, he really is kind of cool. I hope you will join me on this little journey. And like I said, stay tuned for my next video, which I will call the $20 rule. Yeah, it's coming up. Anyways, thanks for joining me. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to be a part of my community. Just hit that little subscribe button down. Hit that subscribe button down there on the bottom. And make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications whenever I do put more content on. See you soon.